Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Roll2Pose podcast, your domain for dorkdom. Today we have Lunchhboxx,
that power nerd,
Ibby,
Scruffy looking nerf herder MC, cutting off a little bit of the end of that pork.
Thank you very much for that, I guess. All right, let's go ahead and get rolling. We haven't been doing this for a little while, so...
I'm rusty.
So very rusty.
that just made me want pork butts and taters.
Oh, man, I miss cow and chicken.
Right?
Ah.
Such good cartoons back in the day.
I was thinking that pork butts were a real thing for a second before I forgot.
Pork
Before
butt
I
is a real
remembered.
thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know you can eat like the butt of a pork, but
No, pork butt is actually the shoulder.
why do they call it the butt then?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's just called the butt.
It's not really a butt?
No, it's not really
Well,
the
that
pork
changes
butt.
everything.
It's pork shoulder, and they use pork shoulder because it's a real muscly part of the pig. So you get a good massive amount of meat, but it's also got some of the fat from the back on there. So when you roast it, all the fat goes into the meat, so it's really tender, really soft.
This is not an explanation of why they call the shoulder the butt.
They
It's
also
just what
call
they
it.
used to call it.
They also call it Boston butt.
Yeah, they call it Boston butt.
Okay.
Well, what do you think of...
That's what I called my
What's London
ex-wife.
broil?
London broil is a certain way to cook steak, right?
No.
It's in London.
No.
It's a performance at the Renaissance Festival. That one's true.
Is it a chick that you sleep with in a tanning bed in London?
That's the act of a London broil.
Fair enough.
All right.
Pasty
Anyways,
white.
Roll to meat.
Roll2Meat podcast, your domain for succulent juices.
yeah.
Make your clothes come off.
The most delicious food, so delicious it makes your clothes explode off of your
Have
body.
you still been watching Food Wars?
Unfortunately, I'm only on episode 3. I'm on episode 4, but I've watched through episode 3. I'm just really
Is it
behind on
weekly?
anime.
You need to catch up, yeah.
I'm really behind on anime.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
So you kept going, even though
Yeah, I
you were
was
unsure.
like, man, what the hell is this nonsense? And I just felt myself watching every week because it's ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous. I love it. I can't wait to pick it back up. We'll probably watch a
God.
couple episodes.
All I know is that the chick who does the barbecue meat or whatever, or like the steak chick, wow. If only she was real.
You just need to find yourself a nice voice actress.
London broil.
Gosh. So, did you seriously write otter pops on our board?
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it then. Otter pops.
Hey, I did just look up Otter Pop characters because our penis of the week looks like an Otter Pop character, but I couldn't find it.
Maybe it's not.
Is it? I don't
Otter
think it's
Pop.
Otter Pop brands.
It might not
Maybe
be
I'm
Otter
thinking
Pop.
of a completely different
It's
brand.
probably one of those off-brand,
Because I was
shitty...
poor as a kid.
Right, yeah. Same here.
Poor people jokes.
Oh, I bet you didn't even get to name brand Alta Pops.
Your mother is so poor.
I eat that mayonnaise bread for lunch.
What are some really shitty like off-brand cereals that you like? You walk past the Fruit Loops and it's like
Coca-Roos.
the Fruit Hoops.
Yeah.
The fruit circles.
Yeah. And then there's...
Lackios.
You know what I hated? Was the cheap version of Smacks.
Smacks?
Yeah,
Oh,
remember
like
that guy, the little
oh.
frog?
I
Yeah.
love Smacks.
And they're, oh, you like Smacks?
They're
You're
disgusting.
awful. I don't think I can hang out with you anymore.
I don't like eat Smacks every day of my life.
But
or
you
ever
like
anymore.
them. And you like Raisin Bran.
I love Raisin
Whoa, what's
Bran.
I
wrong
like
with
Raisin
Raisin Bran?
Raisin
Okay,
Bran's
It makes you
awesome.
good poop.
I like Raisin Bran. Okay, I like Raisin Bran. But...
No, you don't.
It's that good poop.
No, I
Don't
really
You're
you?
don't.
you're just trying to fit in with the boys now. Be part of the boys club.
That developing cock.
No, but really, I do like Raisin Bran. I was just trying to find another one that most
Sure.
people don't like.
I like Life cereal and Corn Pops.
I love corn
Corn
Pops.
Pops are great too.
So good.
Gotta have my
Golden
Pops.
Grams are probably my number one though.
Golden Grams.
Golden Grams were the bestest.
Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
Rice Krispies.
Wait, what's another cheap one though?
I like Honey Nut Cheerios a lot.
Me too.
I'm old.
I just can't.
I like that it's
I
got
need
5
fiber.
grams of fiber in it.
No, it's good for your heart.
Oh, kazoo.
It's good for the heart,
Yeah,
guys.
because you can shit properly.
Whatever.
You don't get all backed up in the butt.
No one wants to get backed up in the butt.
Definitely don't want to get backed up.
Unless you're trying to eat that ass like groceries.
Eat that booty like groceries.
Oh, jeez. Where has music gone?
Wait. What's another good cereal?
There's so many good cereals. So many.
I just love crappy sugary cereal.
I do like sugary cereals.
Fucking Lucky Charms, where you just refuse to eat the
No,
actual nutritional value part.
I'm sorry,
Just eat the marshmallows.
Absolute best cereal out there. Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries.
I
No question.
I disagree.
No question.
I don't like Captain
I
Crunch.
like those. Fruity Pebbles.
I don't like fruity cereals.
I don't like Fruity Pebbles.
I don't like
Puffs.
fruity cereals. Okay? I like my cereals to be straight on. Those sweet flavors like chocolate, cinnamon, nothing fruity. And I don't like gay chicken.
That's okay. Neither does Chick-fil-A.
Oh, I like Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp.
Fucking Count Chocula.
This is a 90s podcast.
Yeah.
Reminiscing.
Count Chocula.
Have you
then
guys
there
ever
was
had O's?
Just O's?
Just
Just
O's?
O's.
I've had an O face.
Are you talking about orgasms?
No.
Orgasmos?
No, I'm talking O's. They're just like
O's.
expensive O's. They're really good.
Nope, never
They're
had it.
circles and they're like honey grain.
Like you can't even
but
play
they have, like,
tic-tac-toe with
crunch
them?
No.
Have you ever had
Lame.
frosted Cheerios? Those are pretty good.
Those are pretty good. Peanut
No,
butter
I don't
ones.
like 'em.
I haven't had the peanut one. No. Anyways, let's
Let's
get off of cereals.
Next hour and a half is going to be dedicated to cereals. We're having a contest this week. Tell us your favorite cereal, and we will send you a box of that cereal.
Kellogg's.
I'm not going to say there's going to be any cereal in it, but
There's
We'll send you the
definitely not
box.
going to be any cereal. We'll give you a box.
and there'll be a signature by Lou Ferrigno on it.
I'll put the bag in there so you can sniff the crumbs.
but the prize is mine. The prize is mine. Do they still do
I
prizes?
get the Dakota ring.
They do.
In some places, I don't know. Who buys cereal anymore?
I do. I
Oh,
buy cereal
wait.
every
What's
morning
the
at
one
the
that
gas
we have?
station.
Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs.
Reese's are for breakfast?
Oh man, I love Reese's peanut butter
Yeah.
puffs. Those are good.
Oh my gosh.
Why are we back on
Tricks.
cereal?
Nah,
I hate
I'm,
Trix,
I'm
no.
not into tricks.
Trix makes me too mad. Makes me depressed because
of the
they
bunny?
won't give the bunny any, and it hurts my feelings.
Alright, you know about Tyrell's tattoo. Do you guys know about Tyrell's tattoo?
Yeah.
It's the Trix rabbit, and he's sitting at a table eating a bowl of Trix cereal surrounded by dead children, and it just says, never give up. It's so good.
Wow.
So ridiculous.
Too much.
It makes me really happy. I wish that were true.
Alright.
So funny. Anyways,
We started your day with breakfast.
talk of cereal and whatnot.
God damn it, I'm trying to find this Sheriff Popsicle guy, though, and I'm getting some weird shit.
Try push pops.
It's not push
No, it's
pops.
not
What's
push
up,
pops.
push pop?
Just look up off-brand Otter Pops.
Okay.
My favorite was Alexander the Grape, because Alexander's the best name. And
I think we
grape's
might
the
have
best
ate
flavor.
the same popsicles because he's not in here.
Hmm.
So we were all poor. is what you're saying.
I don't know about you guys. I was very poor. Not really.
Alright. Everybody shut your poor asses up. What are we going to talk about first?
We sound like Republicans.
Well, let's.
Excuse me. You're not allowed to talk until you're in my tax bracket. God, we should just have Rush Limbaugh as a guest star one day,
That would
No.
be so great.
No, it
so we
wouldn't.
could just
Yes,
murder
it
him.
would. I would like to hurt his feelings if I could.
He would hurt our feelings. That guy is relentless.
In his soft, shitty body.
Looking like Biz Quick in a bowl.
Wow. Wow.
Looking like Bisquick in a bowl?
Uh,
Get this shit.
I don't know. It's just off the top of the dome.
Off the top of the dome. So,
Fuck
there's...
you, Wayne Brady.
Yeah! Fuck you, Wayne Brady.
Anyways, sorry.
Anyways, so, last week, a few things happened. Obviously, The Witcher 3 came out.
Yep.
We had Comicon, which we'll talk about in depth here in a little bit.
The Destiny House of Wolves.
Yeah, Destiny House of Wolves.
A lot of the finales for the shows.
Like Arrow,
Flash. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was good. There was a lot. And we did record a podcast 2 weeks ago. But it was awful. It was so bad, guys. I apologize completely. It was bad. It was really bad. We wanted to save you guys from it. So.
It was worse than the Alex and Josiah super drunk pausing the podcast halfway through for Alex to take a shit podcast. And that's saying something. It was really... it was quite bad. I still think that we should put it out there so people can tell us how bad it was.
The lost episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of stuff in that we can talk about as well. Obviously, the season finales is the big one that we talked about then.
Yeah.
Alex talked about Bloodborne and got all butthurt. And then
I gave the best description of a video game I've ever done in my entire life. That was like the highlights of like the best description I've ever done in review for anything I've ever done for a video game. But the rest of it was tripe, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to cut out that section of me talking about Bloodborne and dub it over.
Well, we're going to talk about Bloodborne anyways.
Okay.
We might as well. But one thing that I really want to start with is last night, a friend of ours, Josiah, the Bearded Fury, he told me to take a look at this movie. It was a crowdfunded movie called Kung Fury. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. So I look it up. And I'm like, oh, so it's like an 80s action movie, like crowdfunded. So it's got to be, it's got to be okay. I mean, it's probably gonna suck awfully. So I start watching it. Probably the funniest thing I've ever sat through.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm gonna watch this before I go to bed. And my father was in the other room, and he was just like, what are you laughing at? I'm just like, I'm laughing at the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's so good, guys. It's so funny.
Man, it's only half hour, so definitely watch it. It's pretty hilarious.
Definitely. And the fact that it was crowdfunded is just, it's amazing.
It's done really well, actually.
Yeah. It makes me really excited for Laser Team. Yeah. Because Laser Team looks like it's great. Obviously, those are the guys from Rooster Teeth doing a feature-length film, and I just can't wait to see that movie. If it's anything like Kung Fury, I don't think I'm gonna like it very much. But Kung Fury was great in its own way.
Okay, tell me if I'm thinking of another thing. I think I saw like a preview for it, and it was like the only thing I remember is there is like a cop, and then the kid.
Kung Fury?
Yeah,
it has laser raptors.
Yeah, like there's
It has a dick-shooting Triceratops named Triceracop.
Okay, but I'm thinking of the same thing, right?
This is wonderful.
A kid puts his skateboard underneath a cop car and flips it into the air. Okay.
Yeah, that's the opening scene.
That's the opening scene. So they used the opening scene, or they used the what's it called? The trailer for the movie to get everybody hyped up as the opening scene for the movie. And it's really fucking funny. Like, he goes back in time, and there's laser raptors. He runs into the Norse god Thor, and
what was the base name?
Barbarina?
No, Barbarana.
Barbaranas, or whatever.
Whatever it is.
Whatever they're called. Basically, they're barbarian chicks in, like, barbarian bikinis with miniguns.
It's so great.
Riding dinosaurs.
Riding dinosaurs.
It's like Turok.
Yeah, pretty much. It's Turok back in the day.
Sold. Every single sentence that's come out of your mouth about this movie.
And it's all 80s.
Sold.
Like, it's super 80s style.
80s.
The main character has a voice that's like this.
The
and
whole
he
time.
wants to fight everybody. And he's the chosen one. He's Kung Fury. And he's a cop.
Sold.
It's awesome. It's ridiculous. He fights Hitler. It's
yeah,
great.
which is the best part.
Anytime somebody fights Hitler, it usually is a good story.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, it's usually a terrible story, which makes it really good.
I was telling
Danger
Dee,
5.
I was like, how come whatever Josiah shows us has Hitler in it? Does he just like Google search Hitler and
It's like
find all this
Hitler
shit?
things.
Hitler and raptors. Go.
Hitler comedies, go. Alright. There's so many
He's
funny things
borderline
about
racist.
Hitlers. Who, Josiah?
Yeah.
He's
Why
a
do-
white
Why do you think he
supremacist.
stopped coming around? Coming around.
Cayman.
He's not Cayman.
He ain't coming no
But I'm
more.
not black.
Could have fooled me.
I'm white on the inside. I'm like a fudge dip.
I love fudge dip.
Like an Oreo.
Oh,
my
jeez.
God.
Anyways,
$1.59
so
at
Kung Fury.
McDonald's.
It's free on YouTube. Just go watch it. It's hilarious. They did a great job with whatever money they got on this crowdfunding. I didn't really look that far into it, but it's really fucking funny. Probably something of the best. It's probably one of the best things on the internet right now. I think it's funny.
I think you're funny. And you have a really sweet personality and a nice smile.
Okay. So...
I just feel like I'm usually a dick on these podcasts. I need to be nice sometimes.
No.
You probably should.
You should stop that. Stop being nice.
Yeah, it's weird.
Trust me, if there's one thing I've learned in life, it's being nice doesn't get you anywhere.
I really appreciate your guys' opinion. Thank you.
Shut up.
I mean, but it doesn't pay to be a cock like Rockadoodle Rooster.
Who?
I think you're thinking of Chanticleer from Rockadoodle.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
Chanticleer.
Chanticleer! God, I wish they would do a Chanticleer reboot. There's certain reboots that they should do, like Chanticleer.
How do you guys
Rockadoodle.
feel about The Labyrinth being a reboot?
Gross.
Yeah, thank you.
More dick shots? Or...
How can you redo that?
Can they? Would it have?
You
It would
can
have to be
redo
David Bowie
anything.
though.
No, it would be. a
No,
completely
it's gonna
different
be
story.
Johnny Depp.
Oh
Obviously.
God, no!
Yep, Johnny Depp's in fucking everything now.
No,
So.
it can't be. You can never redo the Goblin King ever. If it was like a redo.
It's gonna be Johnny Depp,
Oh, that's
and it's
so
gonna
sad.
be directed by
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton. Yeah,
No.
it's gonna be awful.
It's gonna be M. Night Shyamalan.
And there's gonna be a twist at the end.
And it's gonna be horrible.
The twist is we were all dead all along.
The twist is the labyrinth was her bathroom the whole entire time.
The twist is this isn't a movie. You're in the labyrinth. Fight to the death.
Touche. You win.
Anyways, so yeah, I don't think the labyrinth as a remake is gonna do any good. You know what I would like to see as a remake, and I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this. Never-ending Story.
The never-ending
I
story.
would watch it.
I would watch
sure.
the
I would
hell
watch
out of
it
that.
too.
Yeah, I love Never.
Well, with the way they're doing the new Disney movies like Maleficent and Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast.
I don't want it to be a dark remake like all those movies.
But they're
though.
not necessarily like Maleficent wasn't dark.
Dude, never-ending
It just
story.
showed another side
Never-ending
of the
story is fucked up.
Oh, it's a fucked up movie.
That
don't
horse
get me wrong.
dying in the swamp was the first time, like, I think I ever conceptualized what death was.
That sounds.
No, I would say the first time I did when I was a kid was watching Hocus Pocus. Zachary
Why?
Bates.
That's the first time I knew what a virgin was. I was like, "What's a virgin?"
I didn't know what that was.
Not your mom, kid.
Because he passes on. Like, he was a
Zachary
cat.
Bates,
does.
yeah,
Yeah.
when he's a ghost.
You know what
Yeah.
I really want to see? I really want to see new Austin Powers movies. And I've been wanting to see it since Goldmember came out.
Why?
They need to make more Austin Power movies because they're all brilliant.
Because he is Austin Powers.
I mean, yeah. All right.
Not gonna touch it.
What?
just-
You guys disagree?
No, I agree.
I mean,
Meh.
how far do you go with it, though? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true.
As far as they went with James
Actually.
Bond.
No.
Yeah.
James Bond is a totally different world.
Until they have to have different comedians start playing Austin Powers because
No,
Mike
I
Myers
mean,
is too
they're
old.
gonna get the comedian who's too damn good looking to be Austin Powers, and then they're gonna have the comedian that's too fat to be Austin Powers, and then they're gonna have the comedian that's not funny being Austin Powers.
But that'd be funny.
No.
Anyway, speaking of spy movies, have you guys seen The Kingsman?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god, it's so fucking good.
I want to see it.
So
Really.
what's the premise?
It's a spy movie. It's a
Keep
spy
going.
movie where they, like, reference other spy movies. Like, is this going to be, like, a fucking spy movie? Like, no, it's not. Nothing's like the spy movies. And
yeah,
everything in the
yeah.
movie is just exactly, like, a really awesome
It's
spy
really
movie.
good.
I want to see it. I mean, it's got Samuel L. Jackson in it, so it's got to be at least
That's
semi-decent.
always gold.
Not just Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Caine is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Caine.
And Samuel L.
Michael
Jackson.
Caine.
And then
Samuel L.
the
Jackson
main
has a
guy.
lisp in the movie, and
Yeah.
it's so friggin' funny.
I know, when I saw the previews, I was like, why does he have a list? But it's so good.
I can't wait. Is it on Netflix yet?
It's on Amazon
No,
Prime.
they're
It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I'll watch it then. I will watch it.
It's really good.
So, yeah. So, Wu-Tang.
Woo.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
Tang.
Wu-Tang. All right. Now, The Witcher. Or do you want to talk about Bloodborne first? Talk about Bloodborne.
Warm us
Bloodborne.
up with The Witcher.
Okay. So, for those of you who have been waiting for The Witcher to come out, like, if you're a diehard Witcher 1, Witcher 2 fan, if you're still waiting to pick up Witcher 3, what the hell is wrong with you, first of all? Don't wait for our fucking reviews. They're way too late.
Nobody,
on all accounts.
Nobody does that.
Yeah, thank God.
Listeners, please tell us if you are listening to our podcast for advice this early on in like our podcast life. Please just tell us so we can ridicule you the next time we do a podcast.
Yeah, don't look at us and think, yeah, they've got it together.
Hey, Katie Jennings, you should go see the Super Mario movie.
Oh yeah, I actually really like the Super
I
Mario.
really did too.
It's really good.
All right, The Witcher. Sorry.
The
The dinosaur.
Sorry.
Oh my god. All of the nostalgia.
The Roll2 Welcome Back to the 90s podcast.
Damn right.
You might be a 90 kids if you were born in the 90s.
Or just before the 90s. Anyways. So The Witcher.
So this is Witcher 3.
Witcher 3, correct. So it's so good, guys. Like, one of the things that I really liked about the game in the first place is that it's challenging from the start. So you go in, you think, oh, I'm a badass. I'm gonna fuck everything up that I see, and you start fighting everything, and it's just like, I am way underpowered from absolutely everything. Wolf
Straight out the freaking
Yeah,
gate.
straight out the gate. You're just like, all right, 2 games in front of me? Yeah. Fuck that. I'm so strong. Pack of wolves show up, eat you in like 3 hits. Just like,
That's what I think is hilarious about games that use continuing characters.
yeah.
Because it's The Witcher, right? He's the
Right.
same Witcher in all 3 games.
Mhm.
Just like, all right, time for The Witcher 3. I just saved the world twice. But, fuck, wolves? Oh, wolves. No!
Wait, so you carry on your character?
Well, there's... So, okay. This
Like,
is the way
I
it
mean,
works.
like, it's not like your game?
It's not like Dragon Age where you're a new character in all 3 games. You're the same game,
The
the
decision-
same person
But,
in all
like, the
3
same
games.
level character until you level again in the second one and the third one?
No, you
No,
start
you
from the beginning
start
and
from
everyone.
the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, the way that they did it was all of the, like, quests that you did in Witcher 2 and Witcher 1 and all that stuff, they do have saves that carry over, but it's only, like, the decisions that you made storyline-wise.
Oh, okay.
And you can carry it over. Like, if you play on PC, you can put your save game from Witcher 2 into Witcher 3, and all of your decisions were made a certain way. But they made Witcher 3 well enough to where you don't feel like you're just placed into a storyline that you don't know anything that's going on.
Yeah.
So they tell you what happened, and they'll ask you questions like, so you went into the kingdom and you were going to kill the king. What happened next? And you say, you have a bunch of choices. Oh, I fought the king. He realized he was wrong. I let him go. Or, I fought the king. I killed the king. I burned down the fucking castle.
Yeah.
You know, you make your choices that you would have made in the other games. And then that's where it carries on.
That's a really good way to do it.
I agree.
Like,
and that's what they did with, what was it called? Mass Effect.
Yeah.
If you didn't have any of the prior saves beforehand, you could go into a thing and make the decisions before you start playing the game.
Yeah, but that was it was really simplified in Mass Effect, right?
Extremely simplified.
Like, you were the good guy, you were the bad guy, you said yes to this, you said no to this, you said yes to this, you said no to
You
this.
saved Ashley or you saved so-and-so.
I think that's a really cool way to do it, is actually, like, putting that in the game.
Yeah, like, you're supposed to be getting a shave at the time. Like, you're going to meet the king of this castle, and you have to talk to his
confidant.
Yeah, whatever the fucking guy's name is. But you talk to him so that you can get the story straight and stuff like that, and then they kind of shove you in. But that part of the game is like 8 hours in.
8 hours into the game?
8 hours into the game. So you show up in this little town, and you start doing a whole bunch of stuff, and you realize, okay, so I need to do this quest, I need to do this quest. You could probably go through the whole entire thing in about 2 hours, but there are so many side quests and stuff like that you're just like, but I want to do the side quests.
I gotta do the side
I have to do them.
Yeah.
So you start doing all the side quests, and then it took me 2 evenings to get out of the starting area. It's just the starting area. Damn. And then the actual story starts.
Damn.
Yeah. This game is massive, guys. So, Skyrim, multiply that by 3 areas.
Holy shit. Like,
That's
are you talking about,
ridiculous.
like, the world map?
Yes.
Are you talking about, like, the... Okay, both
It
processes.
takes like 15 minutes on horseback to get from one city to another. In literal time. Not in just game time.
Yeah, this place is huge. So, I hopped on a horse, because they give you a horse right off the bat in the beginning. And so, you hop on a horse and you start riding, and you're just like, okay, I'm going to go from one end of this map to the other end of the map. In the starting area, you're just like, oh, that's not too bad. And then you go off into the next area, and it's just like, holy shit, there's a lot of stuff in here. So, I went from one corner of that map to the other corner of the map, because, I mean, it's a square. Go all the way to the other corner of the map. You have to sail. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to find the right paths to do so. Took me like a half an hour to go corner to corner. And you're running into stuff to fight the whole way there.
Constantly.
So, it's huge. And that's just one area. Then there's another area as well. And it's a bunch of islands, so you have to find a sailboat and then sail across the seas to get to the next island and to another island. And
Is it like legitimately open world?
yeah.
Like
100%.
not how they like said Inquisition is going to be.
No.
Where you like have different
So,
areas you have to load
there
up,
are
but they're not
different-
contiguous. Like
They are different areas,
okay,
but it is an open world.
yeah,
So, once you go to Skellige, or once you go to Skellige Isles, there are 1, 2, 3, 4... I think there are 4 main islands, and then there's a whole bunch of, like, little islands in between and stuff like that, where you might find hidden treasures and stuff like that. Literally, the only way you're going to get anywhere is if you're on a sailboat, because there are things in the sea that will fuck you up if you're not on a sailboat.
okay.
And it's just open world. You go from one island to the other island. Then you go walk around on that island, and you're just like, I'm done with this island. You go to another island. It's huge.
Good. They need to make more games like that.
Huge. And it's not like... the one thing that I really like about it is it's kind of like a mixture between Dark Souls, when it comes to like the difficulty side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly if you play it on a harder difficulty. It is a very difficult game. And then it also has, like, the Fallout aspect where you can do a lot of things, and there are a lot of quests choices and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also the Skyrim aspect where it's just like, I can craft what I want to wear, I can find a whole bunch of crazy stuff, I can just turn left and do something completely different if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
And everything has a story. Everything you do has a story. It's glorious. It's a really good game.
But I have an issue with the battle system.
It takes getting used to, for sure.
Don't like it very much because it's not very fluent, in my opinion.
It's not fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, you can deal with it if you're going to take the time to go through the keys and everything like that. But if you're looking to just hop in and to get into some shit, it's not going to happen.
It's one of the big things is, like, in Dark Souls, like, everything that you fight has, like, a rhythm to it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, fast swipe, get out of the way, roll out of the way, fast swipe, strong strike, get out of the way, get out of the way.
Comparable to Dark Souls battle system at all? I'd have to see it in action. Because
you'll have to, because I'm not into Dark Souls. Like, everybody here knows, I don't like Dark Souls.
It's just not very fluid. Like, the battle system, it just... Yeah, you have the timing with the monsters and things like that, but when you're trying to change things, it does pause the game for you a little bit. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like... If you
go parry and hit left or right on the directional pad, it'll change your signs as well.
Yeah. See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even see that in the tutorial.
Yeah.
But, it's just, to me, it's just a pain in the ass. Plus, I don't like how health regens over time. Like, when you eat food, it is not immediate health.
Yeah,
it regenerates over
it's
time.
Health over time.
And if you play on a harder level, you have to take potions and things like that.
Well, yeah.
And then if you take too many potions, you can poison yourself.
That's funny. I like that.
Yeah, so you have a toxicity meter, and the stronger the potion is, the more toxic it is. And your toxicity meter goes down after a certain amount of time. So if you need to take a health... Kind of like that, yeah. It's kind of like... Except you don't get addicted to them or anything like that.
Can you rest? Like, is there any sort of, like, cheat around that? Okay.
There's meditation, which on normal and easy, meditation will bring your health back up, and if you have alcohol on you, it'll refill your potions. If you're playing it on hard or more difficult, meditation doesn't do that. It doesn't refill your health, but it will refill your potions. That's it.
Does your toxicity go down when you meditate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, your toxicity goes down, but when you're in the middle of a fight and you take a potion and you eat a piece of bread, the bread gives you 5 seconds of vitality going up, and your potion gives you 20 seconds of vitality going up faster. So you want to drink the potion, then you want to eat some food. But if you're in the middle of battle and you get hit while you're blocking, like even if you're blocking, if you get hit, you have to wait 2 seconds for the potion to keep going.
Oh.
Damn. It's a pain in
the
ass.
So you lose 2 seconds of the potion time
if you get hit.
Okay. So you have to roll out of the way.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like for actual battle, like not video game battle.
It's extremely punishing.
Yeah.
The whole thing is extremely punishing.
But God, you know me, I'm a video game sadist. I'll probably love that.
It's a great game. It's a great game.
Yeah, I just feel like for me the buttons are too slow.
Wait, which one's sadist?
Masochist.
No, I don't like dealing pain. I like video games that cause me pain.
Sadist.
Yeah.
Sadist. I'm a video game sadist, so yeah, I'll probably love it.
Pretty sure that's masochism.
No, that's masochism.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's masochism.
Yeah, that's masochism.
Oh, okay.
That's when you
like when you
pain.
enjoy the pain.
You enjoy the pain.
I like the pain.
Anyways.
I like it when it's super realistic. I like putting Fallout New Vegas on survival
this game
mode
is
where
not
you gotta
realistic
drink
at
water.
all. This game's not realistic at all.
Oh, okay. Well, no,
it's
not. It's a fantasy game, of course.
You're saying like the fighting styles and like
yeah,
how
like,
hard it can be.
Like something I really
you have
like.
fast attack, you have strong attack, and you can upgrade both. You can upgrade your fast attacks so they do more criticals. You can do strong attacks so they go through shields and stuff like that a lot easier. Mm-hmm. You can upgrade your signs, which of course is like your Igni, which is fire spell, your protection spells, and all that stuff. You can upgrade all that. So there's character progression as well as making better weapons, as well as making your own armors and going out and finding new armors and stuff like that. Like
I love
I got
that
my first set of Witcher gear just last night, and it's the heavy armor because I was actually looking specifically for the heavy armor. And what it does is it deals more strong attack damage, and it also obviously takes less of your health when you get hit.
Right.
So it's extremely in depth.
I like in depth.
It's good.
But
I like it.
It is a very good game.
It's a very good game.
I have to start over.
It's
Like-
it's in my running for game of the year. So
Fuck yeah.
it's really good.
If Bloodborne hadn't come out this year, I'd have to play it and give it a run for the money. But no, I
Let's
can't.
wait
I can't
till
just say
Halo
that though.
5 comes out.
I'm sorry. Maybe best shooter.
That's what you say now.
How can you say best shooter when Destiny's still a thing? Sorry, I couldn't keep it straight.
Destiny came out last year.
Talking about
Came
Game,
out
Talking
in
about,
September.
like,
Game of
add-ons.
Wolves or whatever. Anyways,
So how's Bloodborne treating you?
first of all, I like customization.
Yeah,
Like,
you get a
one
lot
of
of
my-
customization in Witcher, by the way. Sorry, I had to say that.
One of my favorite things about Inquisition is that not only can you like create your armor and like really make it your own,
Mm-hmm.
but they also have like a state, like there's the create armor, create weapon stand, but there's one that's just like, all right, this is where you get to tint your armor.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I really like
I wish-
really like making games more shiny. Like
Yeah, I wish The Witcher had something like that where you can actually change the colors and all that stuff.
Yeah, like in Inquisition, like my group's outfits are on point. Like straight up, like everybody looks so fly because I've used super rare materials just to make them look pimp as shit.
That's awesome.
But anyways, yeah, I'm still like in the throes of two video games, like Inquisition and Bloodborne. Like my Bloodborne review, I guess I can give it fully. Like you don't have to beat a game to be able to give it a full review, but I say that Bloodborne is a whole lot easier than Dark Souls. And I'm not
Yeah,
quite
even
sure.
I played it a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't make it that far, but
Well, I gotta say it like that.
could
Like,
try.
even I played it a little bit.
because I tried the other one and
Stephanie-
I
I
tried Dark Souls.
tried Dark Souls and I got stabbed by a skeleton and died.
Yeah, but you also played Fallout since then.
Since what?
Since you
Just
played
because
Dark
she's played
Souls.
a video game doesn't mean she's gotten better at all video games.
Well, Fallout's
Well,
a pretty
technically,
fucking
yes,
good
but-
point. Yeah. I mean, that's a good point to fucking start in.
Except for
Start
Fallout.
I
thinking
haven't only
tactically.
played a video game. Thank you very much.
No, but he was making it sound like you played Fallout, therefore you're just better at video games. But I guess that is true
Fallout
on a
makes
lot
you
of
better
levels.
at video games.
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
sorry.
That's a big chunk of my life.
Yeah, mine too.
Now that you're playing The Last of Us, I'm just gonna make you into the video game goddess. Is that okay with you?
Don't just take it back. A video game. Suck my dick.
So keep talking about Bloodborne.
Alright, so Bloodborne is in my running for Game of the Year, definitely. But I mean, that's also unfair to say because I love the Dark Souls series so much. I'm super biased.
Yeah, well,
And, like, that's why I'm biased to the difficulty level of Bloodborne as well, because while it does feel like it's easier than the Dark Soul games, it may just be because I've played the Dark Soul games, and I'm so used to the battle system.
right.
Some other things that change the difficulty around a little bit, like, in the game, you are not able to use shields.
Mm-hmm.
They do have one shield that I found, and I told you guys all
It's
this
crap,
last
right?
time. Yeah, it's like a plank wooden shield, and it says pretty much using a shield makes you a pussy, but it it says it like in gentleman language. It's like shields are nice, but not where they engender passivity, and that's pretty much just gentleman talk for saying just like, don't be a pussy. We only put this shield in the game to tell you that if you use a shield, you're a pussy.
Wow.
Like,
That's pretty good.
but yeah, like it's your main hand and your offhand, and your offhand is a gun. I just found a friggin' cannon.
Nice.
Like, I don't have the strength to use it yet, but I've, like, had it used on me, and it's pretty brutal.
Right.
But, like, it has everything that all the Dark Souls games have had to offer. It has the...
And guns.
Yeah, plus guns.
Yeah.
Plus
guns.
guns and top hats.
Which is pimp
And
as
fancy
hell.
cape.
Yeah.
And capes, yeah. Capes and canes. Like, it's just such a steampunk beauty.
Yeah, and, that was one of the things, like, I really wanted to play Bloodborne, but it's just, God, Dark Souls.
Well...
And that's just the thing, like, you love the game because you love Dark Souls, and everybody else is like, oh, I have to compare it to Dark Souls. It's like,
So, for PlayStation 4, or was it just Xbox One, which is the one where if you buy the physical copy of a game, you can't let people borrow it?
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, that's everybody.
That's pretty much everybody now.
So I have the physical copy of Bloodborne, so I can't let you guys borrow it for your PlayStation.
Play it on my PlayStation.
Okay, I don't really get that whole thing, but yeah,
if you have the physical copy, no problem. It's the whole
copy.
It's the digital copies that are difficult to.
Oh,
and I don't know if they changed it to where you have to have the hard copy to start the game after you've downloaded it onto your hard drive.
Yeah, if you still need the physical copy.
Yeah.
On PS4, I'm playing Last of Us
straight up.
without the copy.
Without the disc, yeah, it's because he downloaded it to the...
Anyways, the point of all that was, as soon as I destroy Bloodborne, I will let you guys borrow it.
Cool.
Because, I mean, I know, like, I've had this conversation, like, with a lot of people. And, like, I know wasn't it that I told you guys to go play Dark Souls? And was it you or someone who picked up the copy, and it was, like, still when it was almost brand new, and it was really expensive? You're like, I fucking hate myself for buying this game because...
That was me.
Yeah.
I played that bitch for a week and was like, fuck this game.
Like, I can't believe I spent this money on it. Yeah.
Why did I waste $60 on this shit?
Yeah.
And then a little while later, after I watched you play it for a little bit, I was just like, man, this game is crazy. It's ridiculous. Like, I got it. Like, I totally get that game.
Yeah.
I understand every single little bit of it. It makes perfect sense. It looks fun. It looks like it's a fun experience. And then I start playing it, and it's fucking terrible.
It's not terrible. You just gotta be patient. Like, that's all it is.
That's the thing. I love watching people play it. Because it's just like, God, if it was me, I would have done it this way. If it was me, I would have done it that way. And then as soon as it is me...
Fail.
See,
how do I use sword? Fuck.
And when I play games, like, I don't want to have to, like, I get off from work, all I want to do is chill and just do something mind-numbing. Dark Souls is not that game that is mind-numbing.
Yeah, it is. I listen to podcasts while I play.
Shit. I gotta be paying attention. I'm just like, I'm getting my ass whooped over here by this little skeleton. This is annoying the hell out of me.
No, then you just enter that mode, that, like, Zen mode. Like, I was playing earlier today, and I got to this castle where the first thing you see when you walk into this castle is it's like there's fucking creepy statues everywhere. There's like a gully that leads down and just like, oh well, nice, this is actually like a really beautiful castle, and you just like start walking like maybe things aren't so bad, and all of a sudden fucking they have like the head of the girl from The Ring, and they have like a bloated spider body, and they just fucking like hop in the air like fucking grasshoppers at you. And they're fucking, like, 4 times your size.
It's not the globby ones?
No.
Oh.
And, like, I spent a good half an hour there just learning the technique to take down that one enemy alone.
See, and that's how it is for me in sports games. When it comes to sports games, I will study the shit out of that.
Right.
Until I break it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly...
It's broken.
That's how you, like, have to take the battle systems of this game. Because as soon as you find your niche... As soon as you find, like, your weapon or your weapon combinations, like, you are able to fuck up anything.
Right. And, I mean, a lot of games are like that. It's just Dark Souls, Bloodborne, games like that.
You
are extremely punishing.
Extreme version of it.
They're extremely punishing. It's like, you work up all these points, these souls, or in this game it's blood echoes. Like, alright, I've got, like, 40,000 blood echoes. Like, I can go and level up 3 times if I don't fuck up. I fucked up.
Yeah.
Then I've got to get all the way to the end of the place where I just died to get my blood echoes back, but on the way there, I accidentally made one tiny faux pas, so I'm starting from fucking scratch.
Yeah.
And it's really frustrating. Like, I, today, like, got to the point where I, like, punched the side of the couch so hard, like, I thought I was going to break it, but...
See, I don't want video games that make me feel that way.
Why?
I actually like that.
I don't like white kid rage.
I like being that...
I like the white kid rage.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. Like, it's just too much. If a game is frustrating me that bad, I just put it down and I go get my money back.
I
The
just
last
give it to
game-
Alex.
The last game that made me feel that way was The Last of Us. That
Yeah.
game, like, there are certain points in that game where I'm just, like, so pissed off. I've tried so many different ways of doing this
Doing
thing,
the same thing
and it's just like,
over and over and over.
it takes 30 minutes every single time you try. You're just like, okay, I did it this way last time. I'm going to do it this way this time. I'm going to take this.
and then
I'm
the
gonna do
panic
that.
that you get, like,
Yep. It's like, I fucked up.
Every time
fucked
I
up.
kill a clicker, every time I kill a clicker, I'm like, oh, that's not so bad. Like, fuck those guys. And then I see more, and I'm like, fuck!
I was like,
Like,
what?
I don't want it.
But I
don't
love
wanna
that
do
in
it.
games that actually like mess with you, that make your heart race.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that's what
that
the Dark
game
Souls and the
makes
Bloodborne
my
games
heart
like.
race.
Just like I'll be like seriously like move to the edge of the couch and I'll like start standing up if something gets really intense. Just like, oh my god, like if I die right now, it's over. It's the end. I'm
Yep.
gonna stop playing this game forever and probably kill myself.
I don't like it when it gets that far.
Yeah, that's a little
It's a little
serious.
far.
I come home, and he's just, like, crying in the corner.
That only happened the one time, and that
Got
was
the
Dark
noose
Souls
hanging
1.
from the rafters.
But
Anyways,
anyways, I don't know. I'd really like to talk the next 6 hours about Bloodborne.
yeah.
But I think that, like, I'll take the last podcast and we'll see if we want to put it out. If not, I kind of want to just, like, take the Bloodborne part of that and put it out there.
We'll talk about it.
Because I was, like, a little bit drunk, but, I mean, I described it beautifully. Like, I think
You're
Dee
describing
said...
it well now.
But, like, the way I,
It's-
like, opened it up was just, like, an H.P. Lovecraftian dog, blah, 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 blah. And
Right.
everybody was just like, wow. I was just like, yeah, I'm proud of myself. But
yeah. So we're running short on time. We need to.
oh, and we need to talk about Comic-Con.
we need to talk about things.
Things, sorry.
We gotta talk about stuff.
Spoiler.
So really quick though, your prelim before you finish the game. Where are you at? 1 to 20.
That's so unfair.
I know.
Because I'm such a fanboy. I would give it a 19 out of 20. I would have given it a 20 if it was a little bit harder.
Okay.
It's easy. Like this
But
this
like
game is
in every aspect of the game, we're talking graphics. We're talking
Graphics are so
like
good.
if you've run into any glitches, stuff like that. Think of
No.
it on a build quality. It's still a 19.
for the kind of game it is. It's still a 19, yeah, because I mean, not only is it easier than the Dark Souls series, but also it has way more storyline than the Dark Souls games, but that is the biggest thing that's bugged me about it. Like, the more I think about it, I go back and look at Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2. Like, it's
Right.
a really good ride. It's a really fun experience. I really love it a lot. But, I mean, I really like cutscenes.
Yeah.
I like to know what I'm fighting for. Like, in this one, it gives you a lot more than the Dark Souls series did. Like, the storyline is way more out there, and they're actually telling you, like, what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I like cutscenes where, like, people are saying, like, you're doing this for this reason. You want to save this for this particular reason. And this game's just like, yeah, things are fucked up. Figure it out.
Yeah.
You're gonna really like The Witcher then, because
Okay.
every little thing has a cutscene. So
Yeah, and
It's-
they're long too. Some
some of them are pretty long. I mean, we're not talking Metal Gear Solid 4 long, where it's like the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Right.
But it's still pretty good.
But ask me when I beat Bloodborne. When
Yeah.
I beat Bloodborne, it might, like, be a crit. It might be a nat 20. Like, it's...
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I'm sitting at right now is The Witcher is an 18. I'm being very overly critical.
Mhm.
Because there are some, like, little things here and there. And, you know, I feel like the decisions that I'm making are the wrong ones. But that's the way the game's supposed to make you feel.
Right.
Even if you think,
You're
oh yeah,
making
this
the right
is this is the
decision.
perfect decision. I'm doing the right thing. Something else happens like 15 minutes later in the game where it's just like, nope, fucked up.
Why the fuck did you do that? I hate that.
That's
Just
how I
like-
felt in the beginning. So I gotta start over. I feel like I fucked up right off the bat. And I'm like,
Don't though, because everything that you do has its purpose, and it's just like, oh, that happened, move on. You're a Witcher. That's what fucking happens every now and then. Like, I killed a guy because I thought he was a serial murderer, and then about an hour later in the game, saw another murder in the street with the same signs from the same murderer that I've been trying to find for the past fucking 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, I just killed some guy, and I didn't kill the actual serial murderer.
It
That's
all-
fucking great.
It all comes full circle. We started with cereal, we're gonna end with cereal.
I just feel like I went into this boss fight prematurely.
Yeah,
Like I wasn't well leveled enough.
and that's the thing. You want to make sure that you're well leveled in the game as well, or else you're gonna get fucked up.
And I did well the first time through, but then I got killed, and then I went through it other times, and things just started smashing me, and I was like,
Yeah, the Griffin in the beginning is a real hard fight. But anyways, let's talk about TV. Let's talk about TV first.
Well,
I think
we
you
got
guys
10
should talk
minutes.
about Comic-Con.
You think we should talk about Comic-Con first?
Is 10 minutes enough time to talk about Comic-Con, or should this be another?
Yeah, let's talk about Comic-Con now.
Okay.
We'll talk about shows
So,
next time.
the way our morning started.
it was fantastic. It
So
always
good.
starts out with
You guys
breakfast.
did Saturday, right?
Yeah, we went up on Saturday. Unfortunately, the 3-day passes sold out before we could get them. So
Which Saturday was enough, though.
we'll get into that. So we start at 5 o'clock
Yeah.
Saturday morning. We get up, we get together. Everybody got together at 6 o'clock. We were gonna roll out, start going. We leave. Car's having problems. Got to turn around, get a different vehicle, and go.
Yeah.
Get all the way up there.
I was already in Denver.
Yeah, everybody else was already in Denver by the time we got the second vehicle. Go up to Denver, meet up, have some breakfast at the Original Pancake House, which, by the way, guys, I know you guys haven't been to Original Pancake House.
Nope.
When we go up to NDK, come with us. The best breakfast place I've ever been to.
By far yet, for now.
For now.
All right.
For now.
I'm a pretty big
Their
breakfast
French
person.
toast is to die for, and their biscuits and gravy are some of the best biscuits and gravy I've
my
ever
God,
had.
Yes.
Okay.
And bacon
Ever.
pancakes.
Yeah,
Mm.
bacon pancakes. Really good.
So good.
So, beyond that, we had some awesome ass food in the morning. Went to Comic-Con.
Yep.
Now, got in line, and the line wraps around the building.
That's
Goes
the beginning of your adventure.
1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4 underneath the building, into the actual main hallway, through the main hallway, and then upstairs.
So in all, if you were at the end of the line at the very beginning of the day,
You were on 14th Street, just standing in line.
you were about a mile away from walking in the doors and being able to do stuff.
That's ridiculous.
They had 100,000 attendees at Comic-Con this year.
100,000 just in Denver?
100,000.
Yeah.
Because, I
But
mean...
that's the gate count for all 3 days, but that still makes it the biggest con that's ever happened.
The long con?
In Colorado.
The biggest con in Colorado, yeah.
Colorado.
No, people were saying that it's been
No,
like the biggest
San Diego
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con's
San Diego
way
is
bigger.
like
Yeah. It's like triple the
Triple that.
size.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
SDCC
SDCC
is
is
crazy.
almost to the $500,000 point.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So, that should be a week-long thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, SDCC should be a week-long. Anyways, we'll get into that, too. So, Comic-Con in Denver has gotten ginormous.
Yeah.
It's at the Colorado Convention Center, which is in Denver, right off of 14th Street, like I said. A lot of people. Everybody was super fucking excited. We started walking. It took us, what was it, like about 30 minutes once the line started moving?
Mm-hmm.
Just to get to the con floor. Just to get to the con floor.
Half an hour?
Half an hour.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad, but that's a half an hour standing in line just to go into the con.
Yeah, that is pretty bad. Never
But it was moving. It was just moving.
Yeah, they're
and it
much
was like,
better than Wasabi and NDK when it comes to organization.
Mm-hmm.
well, that's something I want to talk about as well. So, once we get in, obviously, we get into the whole entire thing. I think maybe, and this is a very, very slight maybe they checked my badge. Maybe not. I seriously doubt they did. Once you get to the actual con floor, which is upstairs, where like all the vendors and all that stuff are, and where the actual
Artist Alley?
yeah, Artist Alley,
Sally, the dealer room.
the dealer room, and the talent, where the talent is,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. That's
they
all
call it the
upstairs.
talent.
No, I'm calling it the talent because
okay.
they're the actors, actresses. And,
I like that though.
Yeah, the talent. They're there in the same area. They checked our badges on the way in there, but that's pretty much the only...
Yeah, they didn't really have anybody through the hallway. Like, they had people filtering. Like, last year they gave out lanyards. This year they just made a booth and put hundreds of thousands of lanyards in one thing and was like...
Yeah, they're just like, here's 2 bowls. One of them's filled with red lanyards. The other one's filled with black lanyards. Grab one. So it was like, okay. So we just went, grabbed a few lanyards, went upstairs, walked around.
Threw lanyards at people.
Yeah, pretty much. And so, this was my first Comic-Con. So I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was going to be huge. I knew it was going to be the biggest con I've ever been to. But... We all walked in at the same time. We all walked into the dealer room at the same time. One person turned left. Another person turned right. One person stopped dead center and was just like, oh my god,
which was
this is
Jesse.
huge. That was me, by the way. I was like, this is huge. It's literally 3 or 4 football fields side by side by side by side of just dealers and artists and fucking... It's huge.
Actors and everything. It's ginormous.
Fucking gigantic. You can fit 4 goddamn football fields in this motherfucker. It's huge.
Is it like a hotel?
No, it's a convention center.
Oh, okay.
It's just huge.
And it houses thousands of people.
How does it
Upon
smell?
It had its
It was
moments.
day one. It was day one.
It had its moments. I like that answer.
Well, no, because like I was good, and then like one time I went to go get on the escalator to go down. This motherfucker walked past me, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god! What the fuck?
What just happened?"
It's like, have you been brewing in your own stink just for Comic-Con?
Yeah,
I've been
It's day one, and it's
it's
like
usually guys.
11 o'clock.
At the anime conventions, I've smelled girls that smell bad, and it's just like, oh my fuck, that is the.
That's so nasty.
Yeah. It's
Anyways,
But-
so the stink was there, but it wasn't as bad because it was just day one.
because comic book people are fucking snobby anyway.
Mhm.
They're not. They're way more snobby than anime people.
Yeah.
Everything I wanted was $165. Everything.
What about things that weren't $165?
They were $165.
I'm gonna tell you right now, between Friday and Saturday, I spent $900
Wow.
at this convention.
You spend more at that
preparing
con
for
than
this.
I make in a
Preparing
month.
for it. So, I mean, it's, like I said, it's huge. So, there's lots of vendors. There's a lot of people that make their own stuff, and they're trying to sell their own stuff. There were some people that did steampunk-style wear and garb, and they had a leather-wrapped top hat that had, like a pocket watch chain with a steam gauge attached to the pocket watch chain on the actual top hat. I was like, that is fucking cool. So I put it on I was like, do you have one just like this that fits me? Because I have a big head, so I know that there.
That watermelon dough.
Yeah, I've got a big head, so she was just like, oh, hell yeah. So she found one, and she was just like, here you go. I was like, put it on, fit great. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I am buying the shit out of this top hat. How much is it? $165. Okay, get it off my sweaty head.
Before you sweat it, you bought it.
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, get it off my head. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to keep looking around. I looked around. I think I personally walked about 10 miles in this convention.
You told me you had your pedometer.
I had my pedometer on me, and it gives me an estimate of how many miles you actually walked.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking a lot is what I walked.
Nice.
It said around 10 miles.
They need to have the convention workout plan.
Oh my god.
We should do our cosplay body.
Ooh. I'm working on my cosplay body, DDP.
I need to start.
So, Comic-Con was huge. It was overwhelmingly huge.
Yeah, it is very. If you're not used to being in big crowds and things like that, and colors and all that good stuff, it is very overstimulating.
It's overstimulating even if you have been to a lot of conventions. Like, I've been to big anime conventions, I've been to little anime conventions, I've been to big, just conventions, like business conventions and stuff like that myself.
Yeah.
Which get pretty fucking huge. but nothing that I've been to compares to how big Comic-Con was. And it was just like, it was sensory overload. I was just like, I'm broken. I don't want to be here anymore.
That's why I just focus on buying things.
At 2:30, and that's what I was like. That's what I was trying to focus on. I was taking pictures and stuff like that, and then I was just like, I can't pay attention to my surroundings.
Yeah, because there's just so much shit going on at the same time.
I'm trying to, it's like, okay, I'm going to take a picture of this really quick, and I'm going to take a picture of that. Take a picture of this. That's gone. Okay, I thought I saw something over there. Apparently, it's not there anymore.
You're dodging people while trying to dodge yourself while trying to look at things.
Yeah.
I think I imagined that, or did I imagine that? Is that a Mad Hatter? Am I the Mad Hatter?
It felt like I was, like, after a little while, I was done. I was like, dude, that's it. I'm putting the camera away. I'm fucking done with it.
Dude, that's why, like, I have trouble with crowds. Like,
and then
we went to Territory Days, and I had trouble with that. Like, I would have trouble with fucking...
Territory Days is hard in the first place anyways.
Like, I'm way better at crowds if I've been drinking. That's why I like NDK. But, like, I don't know. Like, so...
It was too much.
It was too much?
For me, personally, I wasn't ready for it. If I go next year, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to go next year, but at the same time, right now, just coming from it, I don't want to go back.
It's too much to make me go back.
It's too much.
It is a lot. I mean, and for me, like, I was that guy who took off. As soon as I walked in the door, I was like, boom, I'm out.
It's like I came in with a plan. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm looking for. Go. Blam. And I was just like, I looked around. I was like, holy shit, D. This is huge. Where's D? D is gone.
I could just see that.
Yeah,
I could
so
just see you with
just
your little
eyes,
backpack, just like...
eyes just wide. I was just like, I'm alone.
I heard him look up. He was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "I'm out." Took off. I was like, "Ooh,
I don't know."
thanks.
That's how I felt. Like, having never been to a convention before, I think that's how I felt the first time we went to NDK. Just like, it's not nearly as big, I know, but I mean, it is like...
It's big. It's a big convention for
like,
anime.
Going in there and having never been to a con before, just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's... Imagine
that's
that.
Sephiroth. That's fucking Gumby. What's happening?
Yeah, exactly. So it was... If I have to rate the experience, I would give it a 15. Which is still a hit. But at the same time, it's just like... Wow, there's just so much shit here, and I'm not going to see all of it. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I give it a 17 just on the fact that the 2 years that I've gone, I have yet to be interested by a panel that they've had.
Yeah.
Like, you can definitely literally just go in there and walk the dealer room for a good 8 hours and probably not see the same thing twice.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but I would love to go and, like, look at panels and things like that, but nothing jumps out at you like they do at the anime conventions.
See,
you know, and that kind of bothers me.
What are their panels like? For
Dan was telling me that he found a lot that it really interests him, but he's a writer, so he found things like how to write a good character, like how to like write this, how to like make.
I mean, there's lots of creative
lots
panels
of
and
creative
stuff like that.
stuff. Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know, like at the anime conventions, they're just more entertaining because you've got a guy who does leather working. Right. Or you have a guy who teaches you how to do this cosplay. Or they have fun games and shit like that you can
play.
Yeah, like cosplay.
They got like previews and shit.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, you guys want to see some anime that nobody in America's seen yet? Just like,
And you've got anime all day long. So if you just want to sit and watch anime and hang out with your friends, you can do that.
Yep.
Here, it's just like...
walk into a room, they're probably playing anime.
Yeah.
That's why I love anime conventions. There's always something to do.
Yeah. And I can't wait for NDK.
Me neither.
Yeah.
September
can't get here soon enough.
I know.
I do regret missing DCC, but from
me
the way you guys describe it, look, we'll have to go next year, but I mean... It doesn't seem like like an NDK. You like want to get a hotel room and stay all 3 days.
Yes.
But this kind of seems like
DCC is good for 1 day.
You want to go for
one
a
and
day.
a half, just in case you miss something.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
I wouldn't mind going to DCC for 2 days.
It sounds really.
I'd say 2 days so that then you're not so overwhelmed to try to see everything.
I would like to go 1 day where I'm just having fun doing the con thing, and then 1 day where I'm like, okay,
let's buy some stuff.
Let's fucking zone in, start taking some pictures, actually start working. Because
Yeah.
I tried to do it all at the same time. And it was just.
Yeah, and I tried to help him. Like after a while, he was like, "All right, cool." So I
was already burnt out.
And I was like, "All right, cool. You want to take a picture of them?" So I walk up. Hey, here's our card. Can we take a picture of you real quick? And then we got to like 2 people, and he was like, "I'm done with this shit."
Jesse.
Right.
I was burnt the fuck out, guys. This was noon at this
And-
point.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have a question for you guys. At the end of it all, did it make you feel like
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt.
I could just see Jesse.
ice cream?
So yeah,
Anyways,
well, we did go to the Cheesecake Factory after.
which is bomb, by the way. Woo!
He's never been,
Cheesecake
so-
Factory.
Their cheesecake is good.
Oh, it was wonderful. The food was good too.
Food's really good too.
Food is delicious.
I don't trust any place that got a Cisco truck out back.
Anyway,
everywhere.
So, Comic-Con, if you're into comic books, definitely need to go. Gotta go. Gotta do it.
Yeah, I
If-
want to go next year for sure.
If you're not super into comic books, maybe not the best place to go. Like, I like comic books a lot, but I'm not, like, avid fucking reader of comic books. The comic books I read, Star Wars. So I was trying to find Star Wars shit. Not a lot of it.
Everything is all Marvel and DC dominated.
Vertigo.
Dark Horse.
Yeah, Dark Horse, Vertigo.
Cool.
Any of those types
Yeah,
of
it's
things.
pretty cool. Like, the artists are really cool.
Like they had superherostuff.com had like 4 separate booths.
They had T-shirts galore.
T-shirts.
At this fucking thing.
Coats, everything you can imagine.
I almost bought a Chewbacca hoodie.
Aww.
You should
Like an actual furry one?
Yeah, it's got like the fur and everything. It's pretty great.
I bought a shit ton of pop vinyls. Yes.
This t-shirt goes out to Chris Scott. Got a Power Rangers t-shirt in my latest
In your loot crate.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Chris Scott.
Hell yeah, Chris.
Did you guys see him at DCC?
I didn't run into him while we were up there, but he played the black kid that wears the hoodie from Bebe's Kids. I don't know if you guys ever seen that cartoon.
Yeah.
Um,
Raised with
and
kids.
he went as Super Dude from All That.
Yes.
Yeah,
which
I
was
saw
dope.
that. That's cool.
So
It seems like it's like, with how many people, it's like impossible to run into people. Because I asked Dan, I was like, did you run into any of my friends or any else in the podcast over there?
Saw
Just like,
Andre like that.
no, fuck no. Like, do you have any idea how many people were up there? Just like, fair enough.
yeah,
We saw Andre
right off the bat.
Because of course, you're always going to see Andre no matter what, because
Yeah.
it's Andre.
Yeah.
Does Andre listen to the podcast? We should
Probably not.
Okay, we should find him on the internet.
But yeah, I took a picture of him because he was standing right in front of the vent and his cape was flapping in the wind from the
because he
vent.
was Static Shock.
Because he was playing, he was Static Shock, so he was just standing there with the cape moving from the wind from the vent, just standing over the vent. He was just like
That's
ready for
awesome.
the photo op of nobody taking his pictures.
Yeah, everybody just talking about like, who's this little black kid just standing at the front of the window? Oh, nigga.
But anyways, Comic-Con, sensory overload. I don't want to go back, but I can't wait to go next year.
Yeah.
Try it again.
That's how it feels to me right now. Like it was amazing. There was so much to do, so many things to see. I just wish I had more time to see it.
Oh my god, stop.
Sorry.
What if I told you? What's the rule?
No annoying songs after 10 o'clock. Sorry.
Thank you.
Anyway.
That's a house rule.
That's awesome.
Wow.
We're way
That's
over time.
Because you know the song.
Yeah,
that he
we're
sings.
very over, but we had lots of things to talk about.
Yeah, we didn't even hit it all either.
Nope,
Like,
not even
that's what
close.
happens when we technically haven't done a podcast like in 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
No, 2 weeks.
It's
But
been a little over 2
we
weeks.
will be in a new podcast recording area next week.
Studio.
Gotta move studios. So
Yeah.
It's gonna be
yeah.
awesome. You guys are gonna love it.
I can't wait.
It's got a yard and a
We
porch.
have a dungeon. Ah, there's a mob.
Have I told you about the dungeon, guys?
This happened last week.
We need to cut
This
this off.
podcast off before Stephanie shits her pants because there's a moth in the room. So Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Roll2Pose podcast.
Your domain for dorkdom
And moths.
and moths everywhere.
And stay frothy.
Ew, don't say frothy.
Don't do frothy.
Frothy!
You need to have a healthy diet that consists of many vegetables and other fibrous things so you're
Okay,
not
shut up.
frothy.
Hard poops.
Hard
Yeah,
poops.
hard poops. All right, thank you very much for listening to the Roll2Pose
Bye.
podcast. You guys keep on rolling.
And go gay with hard poops.